It's Sean with the Conversation That Matters for April 17th, 2016, and I want to do a review of the Batman Superman movie. I saw it 2 weeks ago, so kind of late in coming, but I wish I didn't see it, and let that be a lesson to everyone. Check out the reviews first, because if I had known the way it was going to be, if I had known all the blasphemy and then the message of it and just everything else, I would have been like, no, there's no way I want to see that. It's not even really all that entertaining. In some spots, I guess it was, but the overall package wasn't worth it, and I figured it was going to be like the other Batman and Superman movies, and it wasn't. And I want to explain why, because I'm seeing, I'm not going to watch Deadpool or the Suicide Squad, but I'm seeing other superhero movies coming out that have this anti-hero kind of feel to them. But it's more than just an anti-hero feel. There's a dystopian future. There is a sense of hopelessness. There's the superheroes have become gods. They're not even superheroes. They're not even, Superman is not just this Superman. He's now a god. And he's kind of referred to that way in the movie. And I think more important than that, the heroes themselves, their character qualities are changing. And it is a result of the changes going on in our culture. And I want to sort of lay the groundwork and then explain why I think this is significant, because I think it is. I think this movie is significant in a way, this genre changing. So, first of all, every society has heroes, right? The Arabian Nights, we have Pecos Bill and John Henry, and the Greek-Roman pantheon of gods. Every culture has heroes. It doesn't matter whether they're true or not. They could be fictional, but it's important for a culture to have them, to have some standard to look to say, hey, here's how we're supposed to act, here's what noble behavior looks like. And, of course, in our culture, we've had heroes that have been based on Christian moral principles, and the superheroes are no exception to that. Superman, certainly, even though he's not portrayed to be a Christian, quote-unquote, as far as I know. I mean, maybe someone can correct me, and maybe the early comics, who knows, maybe he was. Maybe little hints of it here or there, I don't know, but it wasn't an overall theme in Superman or Batman or any of these heroes, but they were always exemplifying characteristics that would have been in keeping with a Christian worldview, and the people that would have enjoyed these comic strips when they first came out would have probably been okay with telling you, hey, yeah, these are character qualities that we find in Jesus. These are character qualities we find in other heroes of our culture, and Superman exemplifies them. I mean, this guy could really do no wrong. He's just a stand-up when it comes to everything. In the new Superman Batman movie, though, he's not. He can't really control his anger. He's sleeping with Lois before they're married, which is, to me, I was just like, I know that's where our culture's at, but Superman, really? Batman is obviously dark, as he usually is, but he's even darker. He's like had a bad day and just can't get over it. Not like even the newer Batmans that have come out. And the heroes of a culture, I think, show the value system of a culture. And it used to be, and here's the important point, used to be that the heroes like Batman and Superman and all the other ones, they were serving something outside themselves, something bigger than them. They had a moral system that they could draw upon that was, in other words, good and bad were over them, on top of them. They were conforming their own lives to a standard of goodness and then serving humanity. And you don't see that standard of goodness even existing. You have a scene in the movie where a senator proclaims that morality is a conversation in our culture, and she's been blown up. I guess that theory fails, but she posits one of, I think, the big theories these days, that morality is a conversation. It's groupthink. It's if we can get everyone to do a survey and tell us what they think, then we can come close to what morality is. And then you have not Peter Parker, that's Spider-Man, Superman's mom, Clark Kent's mom. She's got a cross around her neck, but she's helpless. She believes in these kind of, Batman in the movie thinks that they're naive, but she believes in these naive ideas that, hey, we can still believe in someone, that someone really can make a difference, that even Lois kind of echoes this when she says that sometimes the only thing people have to hope in is Superman. They're all he has. or all they have is him, rather. And I mean, that's kind of a hopeless universe. I mean, there's nothing outside of him. He's got to be strong because, hey, there's no higher power that's ordaining any of this. If there's any higher power whatsoever, it's shown in the fact that Batman and Superman have dreams that seem to give them revelation almost, which of course would be, I mean, I'd say that's less of a Christian concept than it would be perhaps a more mystical witchcraft kind of pagan concept of some kind. But you don't really see the hand of a divine providence, where in the earlier superhero movies there was this standard outside of themselves they were living towards, and there was some kind of order. You don't see it. And that does concern me because, I mean, these are the heroes little kids go to, and they want to be like. That's why they're heroes. And to know that those heroes really aren't all that heroic anymore, they have all these flaws. I mean, I've heard someone say that, hey, look, it's depravity on display. Well, yeah, but that never was the point of a superhero. They weren't supposed to put depravity on display. They're supposed to put on display something to shoot for that's higher than that. So I guess that would be a concern I have. And I mean, I could go on and on with, I guess, other viewpoints, or other observations I made. But I think the last thing I just want to say is that the view of God, I mean, I've already touched on it, but using blasphemy, talking about polytheism, that God is no different than, Yahweh is no different than the gods of the earth that we know to be false, from a Christian worldview at least. It's just interesting to me that they have inserted religion so much into this film, and I noticed from the trailers of the new X-Men film, they do the exact same thing. That there's this view that, hey, what we thought were gods were really, I mean, there's alternative explanations, and they're really, it's not gods at all. This is basically a molecules in motion universe, and Superman and Batman and all these other heroes have to kind of find their way through it, and they're heroes because they have abilities. Not because they're good innately, not because they showcase something of what humans should be striving for, and they mirror a transcendent law, but because, well, they're just powerful guys. And that's raw power. That's not really something you want to build a hero on. And I feel like it's trending more that way. And now we're becoming, I mean, I saw the trailer for Suicide Squad. I mean, we're coming up with anti-heroes. These are villains. I mean, and the villains now are the ones to laugh at, to say, hey, we want to be like them. They're cool. They're fun. Not a good trend. So there's much more I want to say, but I don't really have any more time. And you're probably ready to say bye to me anyway. So anyway, enjoy your weekend.